GFL2 Girls Frontline 2 new drama is worse than the NTR drama, but why is it only showing one picture? Okay, let's see. The source is from BiliBili. Okay, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. So it's trying to show that the revenue is going down. 49,000 become 44,000, become 33,000, become... Revenue goes down because the banner already came out, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So what is this all about actually? Let's look at this. Let's try and understand the context of this. In Girls Frontline 2, there's a section or mode called the launch. In the launch, you can interact with your characters on a more one-to-one personal level. One of the interactions is you can view the characters' books, what they like to read, etc, etc. Yeah, you guys know, right? We did that the other day as well. Actually, let me show it to you guys. Some of you guys might not know that. So it's this thing right here. Where is it? Let me think. There's a way to look at the characters. They actually read the books, right? And I thought that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing for me. It's actually a good thing. Oh, this one. Yes, 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 you can do this. You can actually do this in the game. I know this seems a bit dumb, like why would you do this, right? But the truth is it here? No, that's to swap character. This one is to change the posture, right? So you can basically try to zoom in if you want. To look at the books that they are reading. And I find that pretty interesting, right? She don't have anything. This girl don't really read any books. Who else read it? So only have one outfit. It's always a very good attention to detail. I don't know why they have to make a drama out of that, because I actually like the feature, right? Because if you think about it collectively, I guess it's just this girl, eh? You can actually do this. But I don't think you can ever tell what she is reading though, right? 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 Damn! But yeah, how do you tell what they are reading? I guess some characters you can tell. That's my guess. Wait, is that... What is that on her neck? There's something there. Turn the graphics up, mine is at max. Yeah. It's like Snowbreak but more detailed. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe they are not talking about this girl, right? It could be like any other girls. I don't really have everyone. I believe she reads a book as well. This girl right here. Or maybe it's not just see them reading book, but you can also see if they have a book on the table. So for example, because it's so detailed, right? And I think it's a good thing, by the way. It is very detailed, so you can go around and look at the stuff in their room, right? For example, they have this thing, they have this thing, right? So maybe that's what some of the CN players do. Like you can see, it's actually quite detailed. I guess you can try to make out some of these things, and then they go and try and look at some of these things and be like, oh, there's a love letter to someone. Okay. Alright. But yeah, it is very detailed. This is a very, very interesting detail. Feet detail. This girl don't have the feet detail. I think the other girl has. Let me see, which girl is it? Was it her? Yeah, this one is also reading a book, right? But yeah, you get my point. A lot of these characters... this is a sniper girl. Yeah, it is as detailed as it gets. I think there's a lot of detail into it, right? But okay, let's talk about what let's look at what people have to say, right? Collectively from this. Because they are saying you can view the characters' books like what they like to read, etc, etc. Current drama TLDR. CN players believe the writers are trying to wage war on those who are against Girls Frontline 2 stories or ideals. Why would the writers try to wage war though? So they're trying to get the writers fired. I think that's what they're specifically trying to do. CN players claim that Mika is supporting Jewish beliefs and other foreign propaganda, and that Mika is incorporating them into their game via launchers characters books. So a CN player, a CN developer, a Chinese developer is trying to introduce a Jewish propaganda or agenda into the character's book. I don't see how this makes sense. Judaism is allegedly illegal in CN. Jediism. Is this how you pronounce it? Wait, is this how you spell it? Jediism? Judaism, right? I think there's a way to pronounce it. Wait, Jewish. How would they know you can't see what's in the books? The books of Esther, Hebrew Bible. I might not have the character. I don't know which character they're talking about. Maybe I don't have the character. I'm not going to explain what the Book of Esther story is, and I hope someone who is Jewish can explain in the comment section. And the reason why is because religious stories tend to have hidden meanings or cultural references which mainly can only be understood by those who study or lean to the religion, and since I'm not Jewish, I'm not going to bother to assume I know better, even though I've read the story. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe centers on the Igbo and native culture, and the effects colonization has on an area. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, a woman's struggle in a totalitarian society where her identity, fertility, and freedoms are suppressed. CN's interpretation? Esther's in Hebrew translate to star, which Girls Frontline 2 writer's pen name allegedly also happens to be Star. Okay? The Handmaid's Tale. CN believes the writer is trying to say the commander is a slave owner, or the oppressor and the waifus want their own lives, or they are currently being oppressed. Okay? So Things Fall Apart. CN believes is the writer's way to mock the commander. I don't want to go into too much detail because the subject relates to suicide. Damn. Okay? CN has interpreted the stories to be a way for the writer to indirectly express their discontent towards the players, because the common thematic in these stories tends to be about the oppressed fighting against the oppressors. In other words, the players versus the writers. Okay, so what is Mika's response to this? First of all, this is something that I see very, very common. Some writers, right, they actually insert their own agenda, not just in CN, but in America this will happen a lot. They try to insert woke stuff. How many of you guys have seen the movie? Any Disney movie, you see like, there's like a woke stuff in it. I'm sure you have seen this before. So maybe in CN they have their own thing. So I'm not too surprised. It could be, again, it's hard to say for sure, right? Because I don't know the full picture. But I'm just saying that I'm not surprised if this is something that happens there as well, right? This is like reverse woke. It's like something to do with religion, but I can't say for sure, right? Things like this are always complicated, right? Writers inserting their own ideology and beliefs into a plot or into a story is not uncommon. I've heard of this multiple times on Twitter, right? I'm sure some of you guys maybe have heard of that before. So what Mika's response? The situation got so bad so quickly, Mika had to hotfix the game to remove the allegedly offensive content, as CN was allegedly reporting them to the government. Ooh, the government. Okay. Final note or other drama. The latest post has over 18,000 comments and 3k likes ratio, with threads, fire the writer, NTR, any comment which related to eating food is the new roundabout way of saying NTR, since Mika deletes blatant NTR comments. Daily revenue channels are mocking Mika and constantly comparing their revenue to Azulane, which has managed to outsell Girls Frontline 2 every day since their launch. Mika has had beef or conflict with the owners of Azulane. Okay, so Mika did have conflict with owners of Azulane conflict before, so the CN players are trying to like rile them up by doing that, by saying, oh, Azulane is earning more, your game is stupid game. So yeah, so that's what they're trying to do. The players don't really are trying to start drama, trying to stir drama. I see. There's dedicated BiliBili channels who thoroughly dig through every content GFL2 releases, just so they can find any fault or controversy. To say Mika is walking on eggshells would be an understatement. Wow. Wow. NTR jokes on you, I like that stuff. Damn. Just like the drama with Jing Liu's Story Quest, I'm not too sure about that. In America, here it's bad with movies, especially the Marvel and Star Wars. Yeah. So my point exactly, right? I've heard that happening in movies in America, Star Wars, Marvel getting woke, She-Hulk is super woke. What was the one that's super woke again? The Scooby-Doo Velma, is it? Velma was super woke, people didn't like it, the worst series ever. And the reason why these things people don't like is because it's not good. It feels like people are pushing their own agenda into the narrative of the story. And that happens all the time, right? So I'm not surprised if this happens in CN as well. But again, I can't speak with certainty because this is not something that I'm super familiar with. I first time hear about this. But this has been happening probably whatever country that you guys are from, probably this will be a thing as well. This happened in KR as well, right? With the woke agenda. I mean, not woke agenda. In the KR, it was the feminism thing, right? Like different country has their own version, so-called. Didn't even have Scooby-Doo in the show. She-Hulk is cringe. Yo, chill, man, chill. A lot of people here like She-Hulk, okay? As a She-Hulk enjoyer, you can't say that. You can't say that. Season 3 is coming out soon. She-Hulk Season 3 will redeem itself. She'll be the strongest Marvel character. Okay, anyways. This shit is honestly hilarious. The Chinese players who are complaining are so embarrassing. Okay? To be honest, it doesn't seem like they want to complain, but genuinely want the game to die. Y'all are complaining about the wrong thing, gang, lol. Except it's really not given there's a lot of normal people who want this game to do really well and finally give Mika the recognition they deserve. And if these idiots crash the game badly enough, we may not get it at all, or it might, you know, get killed off entirely. Yeah, that would suck, man. Yeah, that would suck. In CN, people just snitch you to the government, so why even try it? It depends. You know? Sometimes they can get away with it, right? If nobody finds out. I think if a game is small enough, you can get away with it, but it really depends on how big the media is of the game. At this rate, might as well just kill the CN version and make the game global only. They're literally killing it for themselves. That's the point. They hate it so much that they want it dead. Chinese gacha players. Yes, we're going to kill girls Frontline too. Chinese gacha players, when they see that global still remains and alive, this wasn't how it plays. Huh. They want the game that specifically caters to them and feel entitled to it. They don't hate the game, they just know if they keep complaining, they'll just get what they want. If they just release global, only there will be an even bigger meltdown. Like children, keep complaining, keep raising your volume until your parents cave in and give you what you want. Free iPhone. I would love to see this. If CM players want to ruin it for themselves, they can go right ahead. I mean, yeah, it sucks, right? These kind of things, I don't feel good hearing about a game, you know, have all of these small little things. It is small for me, right? But I think some people just take it like way more seriously, for sure. But it's not something that I can always speak from other people's perspective. They have their own culture right there. Global don't like woke and their company are laid off. Really? What about Disney though? The Sith may be more popular with Jedi's, but Judaism isn't illegal in CN. It isn't illegal, but every religion needs to be authorized official congregation to register their believers and apply for religious activity. There are currently 7 officially authorized religious groups in China, including 1 Buddhism, 1 Taoism, 1 is Islam, 2 Christianity, and 2 Catholicism. Then that's a hard word to pronounce. Since Judaism does not have a wide range of believers in China, it has not established a relevant congregation. Therefore, it can be said that Judaism is not illegal in China, but it is very likely that Jewish activities are illegal. Huh. I have no idea about that. Yeah, like religion stuff is complex. She-Hulk is so bad, how does she twerk? Okay, calm down, man. Calm down with the twerking stuff, okay? Government authorities hate dealing with alive religions. Egyptian, Norse, Mayan myth, no one bats an eye because their religion is dead. Nobody actually practices them anymore. You show a direct page from an alive religious text, rabid antis report you for preaching a religion without a license. You still need a government issued license to preach to others. I see. So they're trying to use this as a factor to remove the game or to like review bomb the game. I don't know, man. I feel bad for... I feel like what Mika needs to do, right? What would be the best course for them right now? They should just fire the writer, I think. They got no choice. Like, you guys remember what happened in the Limbus Company stuff? This is exactly the same. Remember in the Limbus Company stuff, there was a female writer. She was like so-called feminist. And then in the end, Limbus Company secretly fired her. But didn't really fire her, like secret fired her, but announced in the public that she got fired and stuff. I think Mika should probably do something similar, right? Like, or else this will go on forever. Like, I feel like... Yeah, by firing the writer, you sort of appease to the haters, but how else can you solve this? What's the best way to move on with this conflict, so-called? Why there are so many haters in CN? These dramas don't seem like a real problem. Huh. I don't think it's because of this particular one. I think it's because of the previous one, the NTR one. People really don't like the NTR one. They really hate NTR there. So this was just another fuel to basically get the game cancelled. Right? So it's like Twitter, right? It's like Twitter. It's easy to say, okay, why people hate this, why people hate that, but you go to Twitter, there's a lot of haters everywhere, right? It's the same concept, I think. They can't even do their job. CM players will never stop until they get what they want. They will continue search for the smallest detail to make the game goes bad. Sell the game to EA. Isn't Limbus didn't actually fire their writer? No, in the end, you gotta watch the latest hate news. I've already talked about that. That one's complicated as well. Super long story. But yeah, hopefully they are able to resolve this, man. I feel bad for the game. The game is actually good. Like, the game is actually, even though I didn't have spend much time with it, but you guys can look at it. The quality of the game is, you know, it's actually there. So I really hope this game succeeds, and I hope it comes to global, you know.